Villagers unselfishly laboring to honor their most famous son, Moses Kotane, will finally rest among his people. Locals want his vision immortalized. To this end, they are proposing a Moses Kotane museum and library.
We intended, together with the government, that Department of Arts and Culture should try to build, should assist us in building the museum and also the library. And we intend doing some sort of Heroes Acre.
Earlier in the week, the local ANC branch hosted a memorial service here.
We have hope that some of our people or the stalwarts who went away in exiles, while some of us were not there. You can even see today that some of us were able to speak because of their contribution. So we are saying we want them, their remains to be brought back to our province so that our children and those who will be born, they will be able to go to the graveyards and see.
For the family, this is a remarkable event.
It really hurts to hear that someone has died and you didn't bury him. So when you bury him yourself and know where his remains are, we will get closure.
A monument is expected to be built near Kotane's final resting place. Kotane was one of the giants of the liberation struggle. He served both the ANC and SACP. In 1978, he suffered a stroke and went to the USSR for treatment. He died in Russia and was buried there. Phela Matibedi, SABC News, Phela near Rustenburg.
For the latest on the reburial of Moses Kotane today, we now cross live to our reporter Griselda Lewis in Phela in the northwest. Griselda, good morning. She's going to set the scene for us.
Well, a very good morning to you, Sam. As you said, live from the Phela village here in the northwest province, some, I would say, 80 kilometers away from Rustenburg, a village that gave rise to one of South Africa's liberation icons, Moses Kotane, finally 37 years after he died in Russia. This will be his final resting place here in Phela. He'll be laid to rest here in his home village, bringing much closure, of course, to his family, who have been calling on the South African government to get the remains repatriated to South Africa. What's expected also to take place here today is that President Jacob Zuma is expected to unveil this tombstone here a little bit later on this afternoon. But also, you would recall back in 2014, President Jacob Zuma had held talks with his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, where President Jacob Zuma had raised the issue regarding the repatriation of Moses Kotane's remains, as well as another struggle stalwart, J.B. Marks. And finally, you would recall as well, in February, we saw the Arts and Culture Minister go to Russia to facilitate the repatriation of these remains. But certainly, today will bring a lot of closure. A lot of focus, of course, will be put on Phela in this particular area to also see what will come of this area, what then will be for the people of this area relating to Moses Kotane and the legacy that will continue. But just to chat a bit about what's going to happen here today, I'm going to be joined now by the Minister in the Presidency, Chief Khadebe. Minister, thank you very much, as always, for your time this morning. Certainly
my pleasure.
A remarkable day, a day that South Africa has been waiting for. Yes, J.B. Marks on the 22nd of March, but today we see Moses Kotane finally, the final leg of his arrival back home.
Well, we're very happy as government and also the people of South Africa that our president has declared this a special official funeral for this stalwart, one of the greatest South Africans of the 20th century. The ANC of today is what made Moses Kotane to be the greatest human being. His contribution to the struggle for freedom, his theoretical understanding of the revolution is incalculable. So that's why we're very happy, and on behalf of his family as well, that at last he's back into the land of his own ancestors, where we're going to be bidding him farewell to join other leaders of the movement in the world yonder.
Many or some people in South Africa, would not have heard perhaps about Phela, but you got now a struggle icon that is going to be laid to rest here today. Let's talk about government's plans, Minister, perhaps declaring it a national heritage site, for South Africans to learn more about this struggle icon. Much has been said about Moses Kotane and J.B. Marks, for example, about the story that still needs to be told. These are the founders. These are people who even came before Tata Nelson Mandela.
Yes, we're still a very young democracy, 21 years. We're just coming of age. I'm sure in time to come, everybody in the world will know this village, Tambostad, here in Phela. And I'm sure with the memorial that the president is going to be unveiling today, it will be the first step towards the full recognition of a place like this, that even in Northwest comes stalwarts, legends in their own lifetime like Moses Kotane, as I've indicated, whose struggle credential is unquestionable.
Minister in the Presidency, Jeff Khadebe, apologies, we have run out of time. Thank you very much for joining us. But of course, you would recall then again this that Moses Kotane died in 1978, one of the international struggle stalwarts who were at the time fighting for international countries to fight against apartheid in South Africa. But certainly we'll bring you a lot more from what's happening here in Phela and the proceedings that will unfold from now.